Hi, Ken Mahler here from Mahler Music Center or accordionheaven.com, St. Paul, Minnesota. One of the most common questions asked is what's my accordion worth? It's kind of a tough question to answer. There are a lot of things involved with the accordion, but the main thing is inside the accordion you have reed blocks. And in a full-size accordion you have four on the right and three on the left. They're made out of wood and you have metal reeds, and they're held onto these blocks with what's called wax. It's a combination of beeswax, rosin, and oil in the right parts. Anyway, that gets old. So when people ask me what's my accordion worth, the first question I ask is, well, what decade was it made? If they get beyond 1960, then I generally am not interested. And the reason is because I'd have to redo all of this wax. And the correct way to do it is to pull all the blocks off, all the reeds off the blocks, and then re-wax them back on one at a time and test them all and check tuning and everything on the bench. And it's an awful lot of work. You can look at pulling all the reeds off the blocks, re-waxing them, at about $250 a block. So you can have well over $1,500 put into the accordion, and that's really just to find out what's wrong with it at that point. So in an accordion in the 50s, 40s, and even 30s, it's just generally not worth that kind of effort. And if you have one and you're selling it and you ship it, because the wax is dried out, these reeds fall off the blocks, accordion becomes more of a maraca than anything. And of course people are going to be unhappy and send it back. Now with our customer base, we have to go through all of this. So my cutoff date is about 1960. Give or take a year or two. There's one or two brands that can go back to about 1948, 47 range. But in the 30s, 30s accordions are kind of unique and special. They have a lot of ornamentation on them, but you have to go the whole 9 yards with that. So you're going to be putting about $3,000 into a 1930s accordion. So you want to make sure that accordion is as good as it gets, and then you're going to put the money in, and then you're going to have fun with it for 20, 30 years. That's exactly what I did about 25, 30 years ago with an old 30s box that I had. But anyway, so what you want to do is find out what decade it came from. You can do this by emailing me a picture, give me a call. I can answer a few questions, and we can go from there. But as far as the accordion value, the most important part is that wax inside. But don't forget, you still have a lot of other things. You have the tuning issues, you have broken reeds. These are all leathers. They start to peel back over time. They're all labor intensive. You have bellow taping, you have shoulder straps, bass strap, grill cloth, keyboard leveling or keyboard lowering so you have a faster keyboard action. And I can go on from there. So there's a lot of effort put into these accordions before they're really kind of back to new condition. So anyway, as far as the value, you'll have to go to the next step and email pictures and find out when it was made and all that stuff. If it has a mildew smell, it's really not worth anything. It's like almost impossible to get rid of that. So I hope that helps you out a bit here. And if you have any questions, give me a call or email.